Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to our part two of focusing on strong finishes this evening. And just praying that everybody's safe. And just wanted to let you know this is our first attempt on this end doing a fast track virtually. So pray that this is a benefit to you. And even though this material is not necessarily applicable in the virtual teaching domain, our prayer is and plan is that things will go back to brick and mortar schools here shortly. And this will definitely be very applicable, especially as students transition back into school life full time here, Lord willing, in the next few weeks. So, stellar starts and strong finishes. Part two, focus on strong finishes. And I just couldn't help but just think about the book of James and just thinking about last time at Fast Track, we boastfully said next time we'll practice our threshold and jump into the strong finishes. And just learning along with you that our plans many times come to do not come to fruition. And just James 4, it says, come now, you who say today or tomorrow we'll go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, we ought to say, or you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. And just seeing so much around me recently where plans are not coming to fruition, and at the end of the day, lesson plans won't come to fruition. Perfectly laid plans aren't the end of the day. Plans are great to have in place, but ultimately we do things to glorify God even when things do not go to plan. So just reviewing our collaborative norms, obviously online format is a little bit different, but so many of these things are still so important. I think one of the main things that we really keep in mind is just to just have a good attitude about what we have in front of us as we interface maybe new challenges of working from home or student teaching coming to an end or student teaching looking differently, and ultimately just being grounded in Christ and being able to just face our current reality with him. So in review, steps to success, the family meal, so important, understanding how hardwired skills of understanding steps in a process lead to success in many different areas of life, especially academics. So just a quick review of our activity last time, and we had the objectives of looking for how the threshold led to an effective lesson. And then today, the second part, identify components of an effective strong finish, and then being able to deliver strong finish directions. And looking at the snowball theory here, my favorite picture when it comes to classroom culture, we have a group of people moving in the same direction with the conditions for preserving the culture in place and having a good time doing it. And today we're looking at how a strong finish can build into that culture. So in review, directions are super important when it comes to threshold as well as in the strong finish. And directions are really important when it comes to teaching kids and just, taking out any gray areas, and also trying to figure out if students are incompetent, opportunistic, or just simply being defiant. Got this message coming up. And this is really important and helpful to understand because we can teach incompetence, we can isolate or conference defiance, and eliminate or plan for the opportunistic behavior. And I'm going to pause here.